reduce this. Hi everyone, it's Mike and Michelle here for our Friday night chalk fight. I hope everyone's had a good week, and I think we have an interesting display for tonight's demonstration. We're using our fresh from the farm transfers, and there's a lot of transfers. I don't even know, I lost count. There's about 10 of them here, so let's make sure that it can be seen. Just do that. But there it goes. Now we can see. So these are all the transfers that are part of our fresh from the farm. And Mike and I, we use the same transfers or the same group of transfers and use them in different ways. And we are definitely going different tonight just for the fact of the amount of transfers each one of us is using. We both have the same size board. We both distressed our boards, different colors, but he's doing more involved and I'm doing the more simplified version of it. But before we get on, go too much further, I want to, let me just make sure I can see comments here. Okay, there we are. Hey, if you're there, please say hi so we can say hi back to you. We don't always get to see people if they're not part of our group. So please say hi so we can answer any questions.
I hate to say it, but you're forgetting one thing.
I haven't even started. What?
Who won last week?
I
hate to bring it up.
Yeah, he hates to bring it up. I won last week. Woo! Thanks for your votes. So now we're tied 1-1. Did you want to show the project from last week?
Oh, we can.
You can do
In
a
case
quick.
they missed it.
In case you missed it, we both were using the same tray that Mike so kindly sanded and primed, and then we painted. Why am I not seeing this? Okay, we're freezing here again. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, I don't know why we're freezing. The weather isn't bad, but I guess I need to turn it around this way. This was the, come on, stop freezing.
That was the winner.
Yeah, but we're not getting it to show. Okay, there it is. This was the winner. This is the one I did. Now I have to say both of them turned out really nicely. And Mike did get a lot of votes, but I beat him by 5 votes. The week before, I lost by 1 vote thanks to my granddaughter, our granddaughter. But this is the one that Mike did. Beautiful color. I really love the pop of the blue on here. So let's clear these out of the way. Thank you, dear. But for those who aren't familiar with Couture, we're a high-end DIY home decor company that we have reusable transfers that are silkscreen that you can use with our Chalkology ink or paste. Our paste goes on wet and then hardens dry, and or dries hard. I don't know how you say, I'm saying this backwards. Oh, I don't know. But the whole idea is you can customize it according to your preferences, and in a lot of cases, because we you can do this on multiple surfaces. Obviously, the ink would be done on fabric, that would be permanent, or if you put it on glassware and bake it, heat set it, it will be permanent. On wood, pretty much permanent. We have a little time to correct mistakes, but anything else, chalkboards, all those types of things, it washes off beautifully and you can reuse it, and you don't have to worry about storing a million things for season to season. So that's the real nice thing about Chalk Couture. It can solve some problems that you may have. Just want to check here, make sure that we're not freezing up too much. Yeah, we're having a bit of a lag here. Hopefully it'll be recording okay. But um, also, just to let you know that we do have a subscription uh, uh, product that you can get a transfer of the month. It's our Club Couture. So you get a kit that you get a transfer and paste packets that you can do a new project every single month. I can show you a quick idea of what the current month's transfer is. I'm really hoping that things are working out all right here.
You're not seeing what we're seeing,
Yeah,
which is not much.
no, I'm just a little concerned about things. But this is the transfer this month. Welcome to our home. And it's $19.99 a month plus tax, and you get free shipping. So that's the great thing. You don't have the surprise shipping cost. But we also, you when you sign up to be a Club Couture member, it turns you into a preferred customer through Chalk Couture and through my site. Right now, we're offering 20% off our full 3 ounce paste jars, which is a wonderful deal. And that's going on for the month of February. And when you sign up, they give you an option that you can purchase our Jumpstart Kickstart kit. And it comes with make sure I read this right, our Couture Gallery board. It's our Aiden board, 9 by 12. It's a steel, powder steel, a magnetic blackboard, and you get our multi-purpose tool, a squeegee, a jar of white paste, full-size jar, 2 board erasers, and our board and base, so that you have a surface that every single month you can wash and start over with. And if this is something that you find interesting, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Just type in club in the comments. Also, if it's something that you think you'd like to do, have fun like Mike and I are doing, playing around with the different products and sharing them with folks. We have our business in a box, and it's only $99 to get started. And in Canada, it's $129, and this is plus tax. But it's $250 worth of product, so it's a good deal. And if that's something you might be interested in, type in join, and I can just get you more information. No pressure. We want everyone to be happy. So I got that infomercial part out of the way. So, like I said, normally, if this is the first time joining us, welcome, and please, like I said, say hi to us so that we can see that you're there. And if you've been here before, we take turns doing our projects. Since mine is a little simpler, I'm going to go first this time. I went first last time, but Mike's going to need all the help he can get cleaning up his transfer. So, since we're using some of the same ones. So, I just want to show you our transfers. It comes all together, but we cut them apart, and we use our transfer scissors, which are nice because they're coated, silicone coated, so that when you're cutting apart your transfer, if by chance it slides underneath, like I said, our transfers are reusable. The company says up to 10, 12 times. If you take good care of them, you probably could squeeze a little more out of it. But just by chance, if the blade got caught under the transfer, you're not going to ruin your transfer because this is silicone It's got a nice long blade, so you're not just sitting there clipping, and they're lefty or righty. So it's a nice thing to have. As I said, our transfers are reusable. So what we like to do is label the back of them because there's paper backing that's more of the regular paper. It's smooth, but it's not glossy. And so when after we wash our transfers, we want to make sure we mount them back on to the correct side of the paper so we do not ruin our transfers. That would be very, very sad. So you might be able to save them, but why risk it? So I'm just going to write keywords on here. I'm not using this one, but since it's here, I know Mike's using it, so I'll label that for you. So I'm going to be using 2-color pastes, and I'm also going to be using. We have a transfer. This is, like I said, some of them are big ones. This is our border variety, and I cut apart just the one that I'm going to be using. And so just showing that there are really cool designs on those as well. And if any of these things interest you, the products, you can go to my chalk site and find out more about it, or just reach out to me again. Very easy to just give me a, hey, Michelle, I want some more information, call out. So this is what I was planning on doing. Let me see if I stick to it. I just want to do my layout. Fresh, I think I'm going to do fresh milk from the farm. Let's see, get some spacing. And then have my cow. Because I was debating about fresh from the farm milk, then cow. But I think I kind of like it a little different here. And this is a big board. So hopefully I'll be able to, yeah, I should be able to reach okay. So again, because our transfers are sticky, this is the glossy side. That's once it's clean, that's what you want to apply your transfer back to that side. And we have a fuzzing towel, which my towel is a disgrace, it's so dirty. The one side here with the tag is where we fuzz because of the stickiness of this transfer. Well, this one's not super, super sticky, so I guess that's pretty good. Um, we want to take a little stick out of it, so I'm just going to try to line this up, and then I'm going to be very scientific and use my multi-tool to see. Oh, no, I'm way off. Move it over a little more, just to try to. And I moved it over too much. Okay, that should be good. Let me just do another quick. That's pretty good. I may have to tilt it up a little bit because being short, can you tell from way up there? A little low on that side.
That's a straight line.
Well, it's somewhat of a straight line, I'm sure. Even though it's a competition, we try to be helpful to each other. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since these aren't going to interfere with each other, I'm going to put all my transfers down. And when you separate your transfer, you want to pull from the middle or the top. You can get it started in the corner because these are fabric and they can distort. So I'm not going to fuzz this because this isn't super sticky. And we did, when we painted the board, we distressed it, but we also, after we sanded it and all, we waxed it so that our transfers will come off more easily.
These are very expensive boards. They
yes.
were taken out of people's trash.
Yes. So
recycle.
Yes, that's a nice thing. And I'm using a clean or angled squeegee just to try to get the bubbles out. So fresh milk, make sure I put it in the right order. So all I need is it's all out of order. But you would have pointed that out to me, wouldn't you, honey?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. We don't sabotage each other. Not much yet. From See, if I was trying to move something up higher, I wouldn't be able to layer it like this or lay it down. I want to be careful not to um, let it go back on itself. Okay, this I have to do last. And the only reason I'm going to have it out here, I think I'm going to put the cowl down lower. Maybe around. I wish it had an established date or something on it.
Well, you can take that from another transfer.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. But it's not the name of a farm, so I guess it doesn't matter. But like I said, I'm going, and this is a lot of transfers, and I'm going the simple route. So you can imagine how many transfers he's going to have if this is the simplified version of it. Okay, I'm using two different colors.
Since you're using only two, I'm going to stir mine.
Okay, I did
So I don't
stir
have to
mine.
stir it while I'm doing it.
Yeah, and that's the one thing is you stir your paste. Let's see, how's that look? Let me just see.
We're still buffering over there.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is recording and transmitting okay. Well, we won't know till it's over.
No.
Okay, so I am using our black velvet and our eucalyptus. I was originally going to use the red for the trim, but I thought that was going to be too severe with the colors that I'm using. So I didn't want a super busy look on this color wise. But this is our black velvet. I pre-stirred mine before we came on. And you want your paste to be yogurt-like consistency. And you don't really use a lot of it, and that's nice. So you get more bang for your buck. So we have these little trays. I can put my uh, used products on. And well, actually, I think because this is a bigger squeegee, I'm going to put a little, just going to spread a little bit on. And just, if you can make a peanut butter sandwich, you can spread butter on toast. You can do Couture. That's the nice thing about it. And you scrape the excess back, and you only have to, whoops, I didn't get that one little area. You only have to cover the silk screen. You don't have to cover every square inch of the transfer. And you just want to get your lines out and things like that. I'm going to put this on the tray. Our paste dries a little faster than our ink does. So it's better to, oh, I like that. It's better to not dilly-dally and do the whole thing. I'm just trying to think if my milk is down too far. No, I think it'll be okay, don't you? Even though there's a gap there.
Should be.
Yeah, I'm just debating about moving it up just a little bit. And that's the nice thing because our transfers are repositionable. So let me put a little more. Hopefully that's still straight. Let me put a little more paste on here. You could do these, each word a different color. Like I said, it's all customizable. I'm trying to make it appeal to a broader audience. And Mike is going to be a little more customized, which is, like I said, the great thing about it. But what we're going to ask you to do is after you watch this, if it's live or if you're watching on a replay, appreciate if you say #replay in the comments just so we know you watched it. We're going to ask you to vote which is your favorite, and we get bragging rights. And so these particular transfers are designed to look distressed. I have a little black on my fingers here. So that's the look we're going for. Okay, I think I'm going to keep that there. And I think I'm going to use my smaller squeegee on the smaller ones. So we have different size squeegees for um, different size fonts. I probably could have used the small squeegee on the other ones. Okay. I'm hoping that my choice of going simple will win me another competition, because this is a big board, but that's why I decided I wanted to do the border, just to fill in some space and give it some balance. I hope everyone's having a great Friday night and that you're healthy, because I know there's so many sicknesses going around. Members of our family have had the flu, not inside the house family, but they said it's a rough one. We've, knock wood, have been fortunate, and hopefully we will stay that way. But again, you just angle your squeegee up, scrape off the excess. We're still buffering from our end, so I'm hoping you're seeing this. I think this is turning out very cute. Let me just see if it's, yeah, it's showing me here, but it's still buffering on Facebook. So I'm hoping. Okay, so my count, it is a bigger transfer, so I'm going to use my big squeegee and put a little extra. When you have this much open space, it can be a little scary with air bubbles. But again, I just decided to go simple with the colors. But like I said, everyone has different taste, and that's the great thing about Chalk Couture, is you customize it. You may hate mine and love Mike's, or hate Mike's and love mine, or love them both and can't decide, but we'll still ask you to vote. We've had people say, love them both, sorry. Ooh, I don't like that sound.
When you're working on stressed wood and reclaimed wood, you don't have a smooth surface completely.
I know, but I don't know if that was just my fault or if that was the wood. Oh, I think it turned out okay. Yay.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, this isn't always required, but since I'm going to be working around it, I'm just going to use a heat gun and dry it a little faster. It doesn't take long to dry. I'm hoping you could have seen, oh, I don't know if they could see what I did down below. Forgetting how big this transfer is, or this board. Sorry about that if I was off camera. Not used to working on such a big surface. Okay, so see, it's dry, and I'm just going to do a quick run over that. Let me see if I'm in frame. I am now. I think I did. This kind of looks weird on camera, but it's fine. I think it's just the way the light's hitting it. Okay. All right. Yeah, where the from looks a little weird. I'm just going to wipe my fingers clean. And what Mike's doing off to the side is we have a bath there of water, and he is wiping the transfers down, and on the back you use, well, on the front and the back you can use a disinfectant wipe to clean the back. You don't want to rub too much stuff on the back just because you don't want to take away the adhesive. But I'm just going to scrape my excess back in here and put my lid on so it doesn't dry out. I don't want to be called saboteur because Mike's going to be using the same black ink. And like I said, I'm just using 2. Now this is our eucalyptus, and I just think it's such a beautiful color. So I thought it would look nice on the white along with the black, just have the contrast. Put that to the side and get my squeegee out. Now this one I have to think about. Now this one I just put a number on it because we have so many different borders. You don't have to put a name as long as you can tell what it is. That's all that matters. So I don't think I'm going to go all the way to the ends, and I'm going to use my scientific method once again, using our multi-tool to measure to see how far. I need to go up just a little bit more. Laying it out. And being very scientific. This drives Mike crazy. Good enough for government work. I know I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it anyway.
There goes half the audience.
Half the audience is gone, yeah. So I'm just going to do my eucalyptus paste. Whoops. A little on. That's why I was trying to do it at an angle rather than straight down. Again, because we did wax the boards, you do have a little recovery time. Just again, if you're out there and your name doesn't pop up, please just say hi to us. We enjoy talking to other people other than just each other. Mike's not much of a conversationalist. He's a great guy, but he doesn't talk a lot. But maybe that's a good thing because I do. And he's very smart because he's not agreeing with me right now.
Nope. We need a new one of these suckers.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm glad I used the eucalyptus. Very pretty. So now I'm going to just reuse this without washing it because I'm going to hopefully be moving kind of quickly. Nope, need to move it up.
Since you used black, I'm going to dump this.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm getting more black on me than on the board at this point. I'm not a perfectionist here because I don't feel the need, but I want to be somewhat close. Okay, that's pretty close. Let me just check to see if there's any comments and if we stop buffering. It's still showing us as buffering. Let me. Okay. That's better. Not perfect, but that's better. Sorry if I disconnected anybody. Okay. I think we're better. I'm hoping I didn't disconnect anybody. I had to refresh it. Like I said, hopefully if things got messed up, you can watch the replay. But I'm hoping it didn't get messed up. Probably should have just used the multi-tool, but I knew you were going to use it.
Not hard to clean.
I know.
This one's a little better shape than the one I was using. This one's a goner.
It's a goner.
It's a goner.
It's a goner. One of our favorite movies with Dudley Moore.
It's a goner.
Arthur. Yes, it's a goner. Okay. That's turning out so cute. Does it look pretty even from up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little late now.
I know.
But
But
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm not doing the whole thing across here since I didn't do the other. I'm just trying to figure if I should go up a little higher. But then that would throw the symmetry off. So I just have to figure out. And the reason I'm risking things is that this is distressed anyway. So if it doesn't cover completely, it's not going to concern me because if I clog up the silk screen, because normally you would wash it right after, but I'm not taking well, I might be taking too long. Can I have a paper towel or wet damp paper towel, please? Yeah, I don't want to go all the way over. I have to remember that. Thank you, dear. Okay, hopefully I didn't go over too far. Put that aside. Oh, I'm loving this. Now I'm too short. Could you turn the board around for me, please?
Yes.
Yeah, just don't put your thumb in my paste. Yeah, these boards have a lot of knots. Now, we did sand them so that...
We painted them, sanded them, and waxed them.
Yeah, so it will be smooth for the, it's not going to be splintery. Don't want to spend too much time. I'm almost done.
Looking at yours, mine might be a little busy.
Well,
I may be in trouble here.
Yours might be somebody else's cup of tea. That's the thing. It's taken me a long time to self-edit.
I'm definitely not doing the KISS today.
No. And we do it, keep it simple, sweetie. I try to be nice. Not always, but I try to be. Okay, just put this in here. I'm just going to do a quick dry, and then I will turn it over to my lovely husband. I'll try to get you guys to be able to see a full... I don't think I have things set up right on the computer to do the full shot, but I'll do the best I can. We had some technical problems, and I didn't go back and reload certain things before tonight, which I guess I should have. Just put this lid on for now. Get it out of the way. Let me see if I can I'll get this paint or paste off my hands and try to show it. the top so you can see the lettering. So we have fresh milk from the farm and the cow. Try to get that up under there with the eucalyptus border. So that's my project. I know it's hard to see all in one shot, but I will take pictures and post it under there so people can, in the comments, so people can see the both projects completed. So I'm happy with it. What do you think, Mike?
I think it looks very nice. I think I'm in trouble.
Well, you've said that before and you won.
I think I'm in trouble.
And I will be your wingman. Let me get this over here. And just remember to label the ones that I didn't label.
I used a maroonish paint.
And I love the way it turned out, the distress.
And then distressed it. And I'm just going to kind of freehand everything here.
That's so out of character for you.
Which is not my style. But like she said, I'm not going to fuzz these either because it seemed to work pretty well for her. But let's see if we can line that up. I'm going to use her method here.
My method of madness.
See if I can find the way off. Bring it over half.
You don't know how painful this is for him to do it.
I need a measuring tape and a pencil.
And a level.
That's close enough.
You're not going to repeat what I said.
No. Not going to offend people and trigger them and everything.
Wow. I have a cousin who works in the government, so he says it himself.
I was going to do a lot of color. I like the way yours look.
Oh, so you're going to alter it now, huh?
I may have to bail here and just do white because I think a lot of the colors I had chosen are kind of dark and funky. I even had something pre-mixed to do the carrot because we don't have orange.
We have guava.
That's what I was going to use, but it's not quite the color I want. So what I'm going to do is stick with the white, I think.
So you're simplifying it? Is that what you're telling me? Because I made you quake in your boots?
Yes, yours looks very nice. I'm glad you went first.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should do what Mandy said, and we take pictures that we have to hold each other accountable.
I took a picture. I just didn't put down
the
the colors.
Colors in, yeah.
So, but this red isn't the most neutral color that I had in mind.
Well, red, that is a neutral, but it doesn't mean it goes with everything. Just like white may not look good with beige.
I think if I had used white, I might have been able to go with all the colors I wanted to.
I know, but we wanted to have a little variety. We're already using the same size board and all that, so
the color idea might end up the same, but the layout, I'll guarantee you, is going to be way different.
Chicken.
Yes, I'm using the chicken. I'm going to use the chicken.
I will watch that. I was just trying to keep an eye on the comment section.
So to move a little quicker too, I won't have you here for an hour while I'm fussing with colors and stuff. So we're just gonna eyeball it, which is not my thing.
Well, it's rustic. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, it could really be almost anything here.
I just feel I won automatically because I made you question yourself.
It's my feminine side coming out. I'm allowed to change my mind.
Oh, we're gonna do that, play that game, okay.
There we go. Fresh from.
Are you using milk?
I'm using everything.
You're using absolutely
I'm
everything.
using everything. They give it to you.
Oh, wait, do you need to dry so you don't mess
No,
it up?
I'm not putting it over top.
Okay, I just didn't want you to be sorry. Where are you putting your backer sheets?
Right here. Stacking them up. What am I looking for? The tool. Ooh. Shoot to the left. Shoot to the left.
I'm off to the side washing his transfers. He was kind enough to do that for me, but then again, I only used part of it.
Not enough room for you and the beard in the same shot.
Nope. That's a good reason to trim it up more. Maybe when our daughter cuts your hair tomorrow.
Regardless of what she says, she loves it.
No, I like it short.
She likes it long enough that I can tuck it into my belt.
No. I have to tell people to stop complimenting him on his beard because that just adds fuel to him wanting to keep it. You've had it this way for many a year.
Even had an ex-Philadelphia Eagle say he liked it.
Yeah. Well, he's an ex-Eagle. He doesn't count. He's not current. He wasn't on the championship team. Yes, but washing the transfers, all I'm doing is we have these board erasers that are kind of like a Mr. Clean texture. And on the top where the paste goes, I use it there to take the extra paste off. And on the back, I use a disinfectant wipe to wipe it down. Again, we don't want to handle it too much with water and things because that can affect the stick. But then we're using our fuzzing towel on the other side of the terry part, or the rougher towel-like consistency, is a microfiber side, and then I squeeze it between those two towels and the microfiber side, and that helps dry it and give it the stickum.
Got the label here. There's the chicken.
Which came first? In this case, the chicken.
Yeah, in this case, the chicken. I can get it off the page here.
You can put it over. You want to move these over there since you're going to be using these?
Chicken. Let me see what the eggs are here so I can make sure I'm getting it right here.
I'm not shaking the table too much, am I?
Nope. I'm debating on whether or not use the carrot radish.
Well, do the other stuff first and save that for last, and then you can.
Well, that depends on word placement here.
Oh.
So,
Okay, so you need to make a decision.
but I think the carrot and the radish might be a little too
Much.
might be crowding things a bit much.
So you should be happy I'm a good sport.
Get a little bit of a layout here. Questionable word is the bacon.
Well, you have to understand that the transfer,
he goes
yeah.
right to the edge.
Oh, he is at the edge.
But it gets in behind his foot. His back haunch. that's what I'm going to do. All right.
Just gonna check on things while you're.
Debate on the radish and the carrot here.
So, have you made up your mind yet, or you don't know yet?
Yeah, I'm going to see how it looks with the chicken.
Okay. Like I said, I think one of the more challenging parts is when you have such a large transfer with open space like that, it's easy to get a bubble. So fortunately on these particular transfers, you have a lot of outside area that you can stick. Some of our transfers for backgrounds like polka dots and things like that, you don't have as much transfer to attach. And so you have to be a little more precise. But these are, it's an easy craft. It's an easy process to do.
And I learned from the first week.
Well, I think you could have gotten that done.
I'm not going to take any chances.
Oh, okay. This is
want
called the chalk and flip.
I don't want
Oh,
that to dry
careful.
in the transfer before I get done because it'll rip it all off.
It'll peel it up, not rip it all off.
It'll rip it off. So let's see here.
Well, when I put this online, I'm going to tell them that I scared you and you changed your plan.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
So I should get credit for it. I might have to tilt this up because you're tall.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whoops. Because right now we're just getting your head chopped off. Oh, your forehead anyway. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know. I still didn't get it completely.
There's a chickie.
Yeah, I would dry that. You know what you called me? My chickie?
Yep.
It was very hard for me to edit myself just to the one thing because originally he said he was going to use everything but the cow and milk.
I said I was going to use everything.
No, in the very, very beginning, you didn't think. So I figured, okay, the words, using the words. That's why I just stuck to the cow and came up with my plan. And then after that, then he said, oh, I'm going to use all of them. And it's just like, oh, wow, okay. Did not learn from certain things.
Yeah, I think I went too high with the chicken to use the radish. So
Yeah, I think that would have been too much. If you win on this one, it's going to have an asterisk next to it, just kind of like the Astros in their championship going to be the asterisk.
Let's see, I'm stealing signals.
Yeah, you're stealing signals. Yes, you are.
Well, you shouldn't have gone first. Shouldn't have gone.
I'm a good sport.
Plus, I didn't want people hanging in there for an hour and a half while I'm doing color.
Yeah, try to kiss up, saying, "Yeah, I was trying to be considerate." No, you just got scared. And when you're putting, especially on larger transfers, it's better to put the transfer down first and then put the paper on top of it. It makes it a little easier to line it up. Which one of them is? Oh, you have the eggs. Okay. Mine kind of
I don't
looks
think
like,
it did. I write it? You wrote eggs on the back.
yeah, I did the eggs one, yeah. And you have to do the bacon and the pig. Mine, I think, looks more like a poster. I think I'd still dry it since you're working in
You're
close
getting ahead of me.
proximity.
You're getting ahead of me.
Even though it's a competition, I don't want it to get messed up. The items that we make on Friday night chalk fight, a portion of them will be going to vendor events to be sold. So we don't want it messed up. Now, I'm just trying, well, no, I'm not going to help. You can figure it out. You're a big boy.
What you talking?
I was going to make a suggestion, and I was like, shush, you already changed things. I'm not going to give you any more advantage. You need me to mop your brow or
No,
get you a
I'm
straw to sip your water, your
No.
lemon water?
fine. Fine. There's a big bubble under there.
And as far as bubbles go, if it's in the blue part of the transfer, doesn't mean it's going to be a problem. But if it causes a pucker into the silk screen, then you could have an issue.
I think I better give this a stir.
But while he's stirring, again, if you're interested in our subscription program, the Club Couture, those who are members become our preferred customers, and you get 20% off during the month of February on our chalk paste, and that's not limited to just one, it's to whatever you order. Also, if you would like to be in my VIP group, I'm just going to put something up for a minute and then I'll take it down so you're not, Mike's not blocked. Let me just see to show. Here it is, chalkingwithmichelle.com. And this is a way you can be part of my VIP customer group. I will turn it off. I'll put it back on later because it's right where Mike's chalking. I don't want to be accused of blocking things. But this way, because I can offer specials on that site that I can't do publicly. And also, if there is a problem with this video that you're not, you can also, I'm going to be uploading this video to YouTube, so Chalking with Michelle on YouTube, and that's Michelle with one L.
Get the other white.
Oh, it's not out.
It's over here. It's just not stirred in. Getting kind of lumpy.
That's coming to the end. It'll still get used. But we have, where is the spray bottle? Okay. We have a fine mist sprayer, and we use distilled water to spray into the paste if it's a little thick. You don't want to use regular tap water because it can create a mold problem in your paste, and nobody wants that. Nobody's got time for that. Isn't that what the lady would say? Remember, no frustration. This is fun.
God, if it's not cooperating.
Here, you want this one?
Get my lines out of there. Where it dries.
Yeah, I would keep my fingers down on the front part of the cowl transfer, just so you don't rip it up completely. You're welcome. Oh, there's still some in there.
It was getting kind of lumpy. Oh, yes, it dries. I was going to try and put spots on the cowl.
Oh, really?
I gave up on that too.
Yeah, well, that would have been. I thought about it, but I'm saying, no way, Jose. Because you freehanded. Mine would just look like it had the measles or something.
And that's why I was going to cut one of the things till you said, oh, you can just use the tool.
You're going to cut what?
I was going to cut one of your.
Oh, this squeegee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's been shot in the neck. I thought that might fill in, but that's one of the defects in the board that
Well, can
I
you
was a
use
little
the
worried
tool and just put a little?
about. I'm not going to worry about
Okay.
it. Just adds to the distress.
There's a personality of it all. Yeah, next week you're definitely going first. So you don't want to use this one?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I should show you. These are all the colors he had.
Well, I was going to mix some too.
Yeah. So there was going to be. Yeah, just so you know that he cheated. What does Patrick say? I call shenanigans here. Patrick's our son, so he's just mad because our son voted for me.
So did our granddaughter last time.
Yeah.
Everybody bailed on me.
Well, no, you had our daughter-in-law and our other daughter, and
No loyalty.
no loyalty. Yeah. Well, they didn't know whose was whose.
No, not unless they watch the video.
No, but the ones that just were going by the picture. Because anyone who asked, well, who did what? I said, well, you have to watch the video. If you didn't watch the video, then you don't get to learn who did what until the voting is done. Spoiler alert, you know?
Yeah, I really thought my yellow fish would get me the win.
Well, everyone loved the teal background. I like the one that said, mine looked more professional.
You're more professional. Yeah, I appreciated that comment.
Well, this is turning out nice. I might be in trouble because you cheated. Yeah, we have to figure out what we're doing next week.
Well, it's funny. The piece of wood I picked up for the thing, the one I'm doing tonight, I just picked up on Tuesday. Got some nice tiles. Maybe we should try doing a tile.
Okay.
Up some, but the trash men beat me to the rest.
Doesn't matter who goes first. You use so many things. I still end up washing all of yours.
trying to keep you busy.
Yeah.
Instead of standing around.
Oh, I don't mind standing around.
Time goes faster when you're working.
Yeah. I can work on you.
If I had a dime for every time
Said I work on you.
I could work on yeah. I don't think I quite spaced it right, but c'est la vie.
The charm of handmade. If I have some splashes over here. Get the water off. And yes, I did say water. We're in the Philadelphia area where I know it's acceptable to say water. But my lovely, which I used to say till I met my husband to be here, who was raised in
The right
Ohio
way.
and said water. And every time I'd say water, he would correct me. And it's like, if we're getting married, you know, that was kind of the rule there. If we're going to get married, you really need to stop saying water.
It's water and a creek. A creek is in your neck.
A creek is a little creek.
No, a little creek is a little creek.
But that's why I love Jess, my fearless leader, because she says water.
We'll break her.
No, you won't.
We'll break her.
She said she tries to say water, but she feels like she's being snooty. She's very down to earth and sweet. Yeah, watch you win, because you cheated. Because this does look nice.
I hear a lot of complaining.
Yes, because you cheated. You're not supposed to change on the night of.
I'm using the same layout.
Yes, but you eliminated two pieces.
Well, yeah, because I screwed up.
Yeah, and then you changed all your colors.
No, the hen and the cow are going to be white.
Really?
Yeah. Chicken.
I think that would have looked weird.
But the cow is going to be black. That would have taken a little more time.
Do half black, half white. Were you getting build up there?
I'm getting lines. Yeah, I don't want lines in my thing. It's drying on me here. All these nails ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know if you, man, they can't quite see that. I can't move the board up any farther.
Well,
This is a,
you can always turn it around, but then you have to lean over it, and that's not comfortable.
the board is 15 by 24 if anybody's interested in size.
Well, with this many transfers, you need a big board.
Yes.
But again, the great thing is our chalk paste, it can go on anything. I saw someone posted a picture that they did it on, I guess it was a slice of a geo type thing, that it wasn't the rough part, but it was the smooth side of it. And it was absolutely beautiful. So I would have never thought of chalking that, you know. So we have so many.
I didn't write pig on the back of here. I guess I should write pig.
Yeah, pig. Pig. But yeah, so I'm just saying it's so versatile or versatile. And that's what's great about it. You know, now we're, no matter where we are, we say, could we chalk on that? Could we ink on that? Because when I first started doing this a few months ago, Mike wasn't necessarily doing it, but when his regular business slowed down, he had time home, more availability, and he started playing around with it in the craft room here. He disappeared, and he got hooked because he's a crafty guy. But the stuff he did was time consuming. He said this is nice because it was like instant gratification. And so he would start trash picking small pieces of furniture. So our very first, because this is only our third week of the chalk fight. So our first one, if you hadn't watched it, I did a stool, and he trash picked it for me and said, "Hey, look what I brought home for you to chalk." So like I said, normally he wouldn't have brought that home. He would say, "Oh, that looks like a decent stool. It's a shame someone doesn't rescue it."
Ah, yes, I didn't quite plan this out very well.
You don't want to look like the bacon's going up the pork butt.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Pork butt.
Don't make it too low. Well, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is.
Did you know that the pork butt is actually the shoulder? Yeah, because people would think it's the hind quarters, but it's not. It's way they would package it, they would butt them up against each other for packaging, and hence the name pork butt. And it's the shoulder. So little didn't know it was educational, did you?
No,
Just thought it was a husband and wife being obnoxious towards each other.
throwing around false accusations.
Oh, what, of someone cheating? I don't think that was false.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I didn't think you finished it.
No. I don't think they can see what I'm doing because I got
Sorry about that.
no room to. We're up against the camera here.
You might be able to slide it up a little bit. Get it
I'm
up on
almost
top.
done anyway. So
Yeah.
just finishing up the bacon here.
Bringing home the bacon.
Hopefully, I will be bringing up.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay. There we go. Dry it, and I'll show it to you here. Should have brought my cow down a little bit.
That may be your demise, a high cow. Well, I'd say if you're catching this on replay, please vote. We leave voting open until Monday evening.
This is the top of it.
Um,
Move it up. Yeah, we're frozen over there. That's not really giving me much of a.
It's showing it. It's moving now. Okay, then you just showed the top. It's showing the top now.
We got the bottom with the pig and the bacon.
You may have to turn it around so they can
Let's
see.
spin it to see. It's going to look upside down to you, but
Or reverse.
we got the bacon and the pig.
Again, I'll take pictures and post them in the comment section when we're done, and this way you can see them a little better. Just because of the ginormous boards that we chose to use. So mine's more spread out. Like I said, I think mine looks more like a poster, where yours is. It's not a poster. I'm not trying to be disparaging about it, but to me, it's more of a. I don't even know how to describe it because it looks very nice.
They both look like signs.
Yeah,
So.
I guess yours more of a sign, mine more of a poster.
Yep.
I guess maybe that's the better
I wish
way.
I'd have dropped the cow down a little bit.
But let me put my information back up there so that to be part of my VIP customer group where I can offer specials and the like. It'd be great if you join me there. Talkingwithmichelle.com. That's a Facebook page. So I'd really appreciate it. And I hope everyone had a good night. Again, because the projects are so large, can't exactly put them side by side to show them, but I will take a picture of them and uh, so that you guys can see them. So thank you for joining us. Again, hit hashtag replay, put your vote in if you're watching this on the replay, and I will put pictures in there so you can see what's happening. So thanks everyone. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday night. Want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.